Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Which small steps matter to you the most right now? Hope everybody's doing well this morning. We're going to get into it in just 1 second. Drinking more water and eating better. Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh, small steps, big shifts. A lot of people think transformation just happens overnight and it doesn't. And when you're making small steps and being consistent with it, guess what? Change is coming and listen, eventually you'll see um, the bigger change. But know that, excuse me, knowing that stay in the course and just because you don't see results right away doesn't mean that results isn't happening. So just stay the course. Um, Prime example for me, I said I was gonna do this intermittent fasting and don't eat anything till after 12, but normally I don't eat anything till after 2. And honey, let me tell y'all something. I've been consistent with it. Some mornings, a couple of mornings, I had to get me something because I was taking my vitamins. But let me tell y'all something. Starting off, it didn't look like it won't nothing happening. Honey, old girl done lost some weight. Being consistent with it. And it didn't look like it the first couple of days. It didn't look like it at all. But being consistent, making those little small steps, those little small adjustments, and now I'm seeing some results. So don't get discouraged in doing something that you know is going to better yourself. Don't get discouraged, whether it's working out, changing your diet, whether it's being able to say no without feeling guilt. And I guess you're saying, well, how is that saying no without guilt is like small steps? Because here's the thing. Um, Today you may be able to say no and not feel bad about it. But then again, come a week from now, you might be, yeah, I said no, but I feel guilty, right? But just because you felt guilty the second time doesn't mean that you're not making progress. That first no, honey, was a step, a small step. So stay the course. Good morning, Martin. Good morning. Happy Thankful Tuesday. Yes, happy Thankful Tuesday. It is. And a lot of times we put pressure on ourselves to try to have it all together, and especially at a certain age, having it all together at a certain age. Mm-mm. We shouldn't pressure ourselves like that, because a lot of times when you don't have it all together, or when life and it's just a new chapter, it's just something that you need to learn or go through and learn from it. And oftentimes I say, because I am 55 in this new chapter in my life, I'm single. A lot of people say, oh, when you get over what, 35, it's over. How do they say it? You know, you can't find anybody, or your best years are gone, or whatever the case may be. Well, you know what I say to that? The hell with what society think. um because for me, although I'm 55 and been around this world 55 years, i'm wiser I'm wiser now. I had a lot of bumps, bruises, scratches along the way, but everything that I've been through has made me the woman that I am today. um, Going through everything that I've been through, was it easy? No, it wasn't. But it was a lesson, a life lesson. So, with that being said, being 55 and starting this new chapter, I welcome it. And if it's meant for my soulmate or whoever to come into my life, it'll happen. But I'm not going into this thinking that, oh, it's over for me. I can never. No, no. So don't ever feel like that either, honey. Let me drink my water and mind my business, and do what's right for my body. Let me do what's right for me mentally. Let me continue to set my boundaries. You attracted that you are. Let me keep woosawing and woosah and doing everything that I need to do, because it ain't over till it's over. Till I close my eyes and breathe my last breath. So you should feel the same way. Good morning, the Salvation Room. Hi, sweetie. How are you? I'm doing well this morning. Oh, honey, I'm getting ready to bust some moves in a little bit. I like to dance like nobody's watching. And let me say that about that too. Dancing is a form of healing. It's a form of exercise. You don't have to get into the gym. Those are small steps. If you got to shuffle, keep shuffling. You're moving. You're getting that blood activated, and you're releasing endorphins. It's just gonna make you feel really good. You could be having a bad day, but honey, turn some good music on and start two-stepping. I guarantee you put a smile on your face. But yeah, that's a good form of exercise too. Dancing for me, like I'm healing out loud. It just does something for me, and I thank you guys for watching and commenting and sharing the videos. Listen, honey, us middle-aged women make these young girls what? Okay, stop playing. All right. I think life is what you make it to. I think we put too much pressure on on ourselves, especially when we're especially when we're trying to do better or eat better or um just life in general. I just think we put too much pressure on ourselves. Like, as long as you are healthy, as long as, you know, you're doing what needs to be done to make you feel good, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And when you get a certain age, you got to look a little bit deeper and work a little bit harder. But as long as you're doing that, then everything else is going to be all right. If you don't use it, you're definitely going to lose it. That's why I say, if you see me shuffling, I'll be saying to myself, somebody gonna watch this and say, well, this is all I can do, because I have a lot of people saying I can't move like that or this and the other. And I'll do a little shuffle shuffle. Now, in my mind, I'm saying, if they can't do anything else, I know they can shuffle. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. But yeah, definitely know that transformation takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. If it works fast, it don't last, right? If it works fast, it don't last. So, um, allow yourself grace. Allow yourself. It's okay. Listen, a marathon isn't. Listen, a person don't win a marathon in one day, right? That's right. The marathon continues, and the best part about being on a transformation journey is when you start seeing results from the changes you've made in your life, or see results from the eating right, the working out. That's the best part. That's the best part. Or when you've been tested, and the old Veronica used to snap back quick, and now you see where I see where now I'm just like those small steps. Let me just turn my head and not say nothing. Those small steps, and eventually I'll just be able to just smile and just go on. Because let me tell y'all something. The other day when I told y'all, good morning, Felicia, what my intentions was, how I was going to move the day through the day with patience and all this stuff. Tell me why. I went to the other coffee shop and I just had to chuckle at myself. I said, now I done told these people I was going to work on patience. I was going to work on peace. So this is what happened. So I went there. I made my little dance video or whatever. Then I went to the little African store and I got some footage in there. And so when I came up, my car, I don't have my keys for me, but my alarm on my car is so sensitive. Like, so here's the scene. Outside at the coffee shop, you got your little sitting area. Y'all seem to be there with me walking down this little brick path with him just right? But to the left of me was like a little seated seating area. And it was this family, I think. They was one, two, it was four of them sitting there. And so they had been watching me the whole time, right? And I was like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna dance over here, turn my music on, and it'll disturb their me time or whatever. So after I got my footage on the sidewalk, I went and got my other footage in the African store. When I got back to my car, when I got in my car, I hit the alarm button by accident. And when I tell you the horn was blowing so loud, and I was trying to, shut it off, and they looked at me, and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." When I tell you that girl looked at me like, and I said again, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry," and she looked at me like this. So I ain't gonna lie, I forgot that I said I was working on peace. I forgot I had said patience. I've got that quick. So when she looked at me all hard like that, as if she was saying whatever, honey, I didn't. And then when I gave her that look back and didn't stop staring, and we were just looking at each other like this, and then she broke eye contact. I didn't. And she looked at me, and I was like, and when I did at that time, I said, "Oh shit, I forgot, I forgot." And then I cranked my truck up, started to bag off. But honey, when I was bagging off, I turned back around. I was like, I'm still working on me. And I'm sitting up there going up to her. I was about no good. What? Because now the old Veronica, I ain't gonna even front. I ain't gonna even front. The old Veronica would have been like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? I would have got out and like, yo, what's up? So I have made some progress. Even though I gave it a look back, I made some progress. I said, Lord have mercy. But I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, we probably would have been, it wouldn't have been a whole lot of talking if I once I said what's up and you stood up and I'm gone. But thank God for Jesus, thank God for grace, thank God for just transformation, just you know. So, but here we go again. Small steps is progress. You ain't gotta make no huge steps. Small steps. It's progress. Yesterday, and this is another listen, and this is another one for me. Great. Okay, come on through here, Darlene. So here's another one for me. So yesterday, just speaking my truth. Okay, I'm not gonna wait till I get everything almost to get right, and then be like, oh no, 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 y'all going through this with me. So yesterday we had a last minute cookout. All the cast came over, and it was nice. I really enjoyed it, right? And so my son wanted to make his famous macaroni and cheese or whatever. And, everybody just having a good time, vibing or whatever. Now, darling, when we're in the kitchen, Felicia, we clean as we go. All right, so y'all seen the videos of what the kitchen looks like at the house, right? So as they get the good morning, Robert. So we got the watermelon, we got the hamburgers, the hot dogs, the buns, the wine, the sodas, the beer, and all these things, right? They cutting the lettuce, they cutting the tomato, and I'm sitting looking, and I'm they said, no, mama, go sit down. Let me tell y'all something real quick, kids. These young folk, they don't clean like we do. They don't clean like we do. I said, no, 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 just go ahead, cut it up. I'm still looking. And as soon as they cut juice, tomato juice, you can't cut it on the cutting board. Anyway, so I'm as they're doing, I'm wiping and cleaning and cleaning and wiping. So everybody had got everything outside on the tables. It was good. And I looked. I said, okay, the kitchen is neat. And Jeremy goes, hey, mom, come on outside, grab you a burger. I'm like, okay. I go outside. Now, and I got a video of it. Hopefully, I can put it all together and do like a long form video. I go outside, honey. They done went upstairs. They done got the blankets. They done got the sheets. They done got the little ottomans. Set it out, laid it outside on the ground under the tree. I'm saying, oh, this is nice. Okay. Everybody outside vibing, having a real good time. Vogue was out. They was taking pictures and everything. Everybody just having a really good time. They didn't turn the little water hose on. Just everybody having a real good time. Now I didn't go back in the house, okay? Because when I left out, I had everything lined up. Now just talk about my transformation. Now, it's gonna come together. Stay with me. So I'm out there just vibing, talking and everything, and then finally I said, "Oh, well, let me go back in the house and get some more wine." When I walked in the house, Jeremy goes, "Oh, hey, mom, no worries. We're gonna clean up everything." Now he done made some macaroni and cheese, and you got the cheese on the counter. You got seasonings everywhere. You know what I said? Put me some wine. I'm going back outside. Went back outside, vibe with everybody again, and so all of a sudden, good morning, Latonia. So all of a sudden, oh God, so we got to go back, mom. He goes, they had to go back to the theater. He was like, I know, right? He said, mom, we got to go back to the theater because we got to do tech. But no worries. When I come back, I know you're going to get anxious when you go back in the house, Mom. But no worries. I'm going to clean up the kitchen when I get back. Now, by this time, it's probably about 6 o'clock, 6:30. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm still outside, and here come the clouds. It starts to drizzle. I was like, well, let me get some little footage of me just picking up the stuff outside, and then I go on inside. When I tell y'all, when I went back in that house, the sink was full of dishes. I kid you not. Pete had came in and I was gonna video, but he had took all the dishes and put them in the dishwasher. The sink was full of dishes. You had watermelon on the counter. You had empty beer cans. You had half drinking wine glasses. You had half drinking beer. You had half drinking sodas. Then I go outside and I'm like, hold up. Now, mind you, earlier I said, oh, this setup is so nice. Everybody had left. The grilled, everybody had left me. To clean up all that stuff. Now here's where the transformation come in. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and I can blog, get some footage from this for my long form. Right. Everybody done had a real good time. I goes and started cleaning up. It started to rain. I had to get up all these sheets, blankets, sleeping bags, pick them up. And when I picked them up, damn, they didn't waste mustard, ketchup, because everybody outside vibing. So not only that I had to pick all this up, I had to wash everything, clean the kitchen up, vacuum the floors, do all this stuff, right? I get the house immaculate, everything back in place. I'm like, okay, by this time it's probably about 10 o'clock. I told my grandkids, y'all get y'all showers or whatever. By this time, about 10 o'clock, they come back from tech, they come back from the theater. So I done went and got the one load and folded them up and everything. I said, yo, how was tech? Everybody's like, oh, it's good. And a few of them came back, oh, it's good. And I looked. Now here they come, them bought some fucking pizza. And they got the wine out and everybody's sitting down. Jeremy goes, hi, Mom. Yeah, this camera ain't froze. That's exactly how I looked at him. And I politely said, listen, make sure you all put away your things. Oh, no worries. Okay. This is when I know God done really changed me. Because let me tell y'all something. I went upstairs, put some clothes away, and came back. And when I saw the pizza box sitting there, and when I saw a wine glass, Jeremy goes, I said, Jeremy, just go ahead and take everything out, just put it in the trash can. He could look at me and go, hey, Mom, like we supposed to be recycling. And just that quick, I forgot about my transformation. I know it's a long story, but stay with me. I done forgot about, patience. I forgot about all that stuff. All I kept thinking about is all that shit I picked up today. And you gonna talk to me about some darn recycling? Like, no, Mom, this goes there. He was like, ooh, the energy. I said, man, I don't give a fuck about no energy. If you want to recycle, then you recycle. But all I know, if it's in my way, it's going in this trash can. He says, you've been putting everybody. He says, you don't care anything about the you don't care anything about the ozone layer. I said, no, the hell I don't. You care about it. But right now, if it's in here and it's out of place, it's going in the trash can, bottles, cardboards. I don't care. He goes, ooh, you. That kitchen was clean this morning when I went downstairs. But I said all to say, I had to pull it back in. Yeah, I did say a little, but I didn't say a whole lot. But I'm just grateful, that I be able to hang out with the crew. But you know what? When we have another one, guess what? Hi, the life. How are you? Hi, Felicia. Let me tell you something. The next one we have. Oh, this Veronica's coming out. Hey, guys. Hey, welcome to the clock. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Whatever you take out, you put it back. Here's the trash can. Put all your stuff in the trash can. And if you drink something, if you don't finish it, pour it out because I'm not doing it this time. You think I ain't? Yesterday, I was walking through the kitchen. Listen, if somebody had a glass of wine, sipping, and set it down and went outside, guess what? Oh, you didn't want it. I poured it out. That's right. That's what my ex husband told me yesterday. He said, "Honey, you need to establish that before they start coming in." But I didn't think about it because again, we all was vibing, having a good time and everything. And I'm thinking, but you know how kids is. I know they grown, but I still call them kids because they still act like kids. Shit. But overall, I can't say I saw a little progress within myself because the old Veronica would have shut it down. I would literally shut it down. When they started to leave, I'd be like, who done carried them blankets out there? Now who done carried them ottomans out there? Now, yeah, bring it back in. Bring it back in. That's the old me, but thank you, Monique. I love you back. But girl, yeah, playing with me. But I got a trick for Mr. Jeremy. Mm-hmm. And talking about some and let me tell you how last minute it was. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I get it. He's super busy. He has a lot of stuff going on, right? His plate is really overflowing. I go, just the other day, 2 days, 3 days ago. I said, son, give me your clothes that need to go in the cleaners. Opening night is Friday night. We've been doing like the previews for Spirit Camino Real, and that's the name of the play my grandkids are in Spirit of the People, his play. Opening night, everybody's like, so I said, listen, give me your clothes. It needs to go in the cleaners so I can go ahead and put them in the cleaners and everything. Now, I didn't know Vogue was coming out to take pictures yesterday. I didn't know that, but we as parents always want to be prepared and everything. And so he was like, "Oh, no worries, mom." He's still writing his play. Good morning, PHJ. He says, "No worries, mom." He was like, "I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you." Tell me why yesterday. He goes, "Mom, how crazy would it be to take a designer shirt and wash it right quick?" And I was like, "What? For what, Jim? I told you I was gonna take your clothes to the cleaners." Now his friend was there. She said, "Oh, mom, I heard you ask him that." He said, "Yeah, but we got a photo shoot today." I said, bring me your shirt." I went ahead and got it clean for him. And then he goes, everybody started calling. Everybody's me know what to. This is how the cookout came about yesterday. Everybody calling. He was like, "Listen, it was 12:30. He's on the phone. He said, "Hey, listen, you coming over for the cookout?" Me and Amala, we looked at each other. Cookout. Yeah, yeah. Everybody come over for the cookout. We're gonna do the photo shoot over here. That's how we end up having the cookout yesterday. And when I tell you that house was full of people, it was full of people. The whole cast from both plays was there. Last minute. But sometimes those are the best cookouts. The last minute cookouts are the best cookouts. I mean, we had the directors, that we had everybody was there. It was nice. But when I tell you, I said, you know what? Let me go take a damn Xanax. Because he goes, "Hey, mom, we need to get this, and this." And mind you, I was doing one of the cast members' hair. And you know what? I just kept, "Yeah, Bray, that's where you go on to the grocery store and do what you need to do." But they got some great. I will say this: they got some great pictures. They went down to the creek, the river, the creek behind the house. They in the trees. They out there playing. It was nice. Wait, I can't wait to tell you all when to go look it up to see the pictures. I didn't get in any of the pictures. I was just being mama. We had hot dogs. Um, uh Vegan hot dogs, no, plant-based hot dogs. That's the same thing, right? Plant-based hot dogs, beef hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and macaroni and cheese, wine, beer, coke, water, dips, chips. Now that was some good eating right there. And watermelon. No, I ain't gonna say it like that. It was a watermelon. Because that watermelon was good. Hey, Showtime. How are you been? Oh, hi, time. But yeah, so we had a wonderful time yesterday. But again, let me tell y'all something. The next one, because it's gonna be, we'll probably do another one. Opening night is Friday, so we'll probably do one Saturday. I don't know when, but I'm gonna be just like the, hey, how y'all doing? Listen, whatever you get, make sure you put it in the trash can. Whatever you take out this house, bring it back in. That's how we're gonna do it this time. But I'm gonna say it all in love. But again, we had a wonderful time yesterday. But listen, guys, that's my time. I really truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you guys. And listen, transformation don't happen overnight. Small steps ends up being big shifts in your life. Never forget that. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. I appreciate you guys. Love you to the moon and back. Bye bye.